So here we're just going to find the volume of a pyramid. First of all, a pyramid, just to be technical here, often is shown with a square base, but it doesn't have to have a square base. It could really be, any shape at all, any polygon shape. But frequently we see square bases. But you could have triangles, pentagons, anything at all. And then it has comes up to a point here. It has a number of faces around the outside that all come up to a point, and the faces are all triangles. So that's a pyramid. But this particular pyramid that we're working with is a more standard pyramid that has a square base. And we're just asked to find its volume. The formula for the volume of any pyramid is if A is the area of its base and H is its height, then the volume is equal to 1/3 the area of the base times the height. So we just have to find the area of the base and then plug that in here. Alright, so let's see. Area of this base. Well, the base is a square. We said that already. It has sides of, in this case, 27 meters. So the area is 27 squared. Because that's how I find the area of a square. That's a square I don't know off the top of my head. So we'll go 27 squared. 729. Now I'm going to put meters squared because our original measurements were in meters, and so our area should be meters squared. And now our volume is 1/3 area, which is 729 times height, which 29.2. And I'm just going to punch all this in the calculator. So let's see. 1 ABC3 times 729 times 29.2. And we get 7095.6. 7095.6. And now our units are meters cubed because we have because it's a volume. We measure in cubic meters. One last point here. This formula, 1/3 area of base times height. If this were a cylinder instead, so where the sides are just go straight up, or if it were a prism where the sides go straight up. So a prism is simply like a box shape. That's a rectangular prism, but we could have different types of bases. If it were just this type of shape, then the formula would simply be volume equals area of base times height. And if it were a cylinder, here, this would also be volume is area of base times height. So when the sides go straight up, it's just area of the base, whatever that base is. So maybe here it's a rectangle, here it's a circle, it could be a pentagon, or it could be a hexagon, whatever. The area of that base times the height. If, however, it's a pyramid or this shape here, a cone, that's where you get the volume is 1/3 area of base times height. So if it's got straight sides, it's just area of base times height, right? So length times width times height in the case of the rectangular prism. Or it's the area of a circle times the height. So you're just finding the area of the base and then times how tall it is. If it's if it's a cone or a pyramid where they come up to a point, it's basically the same formula, except you can imagine like the cones comes up to a point. So it's a cone that's the same height as this cylinder won't have as much volume as the cylinder. In fact, it doesn't. It's 1/3 of the total volume. So 1/3 area of base times height. If it comes up to a point, regular just area of base times height if it doesn't come up to a point. Finding the volume of a pyramid.